What's up, you guys? It's your boy JB, and we're here for the last review. I don't know what order these videos are gonna go up, but we're here for Our Kind of People, season 1, episode 6 for Colored Boys. Can you guys tell me how many episodes we have of Our Kind of People? I've asked, so I wonder if it's. I mean, this is the first season, so I'm pretty sure it's probably like 10 episodes. So we probably have about 4 more left, if I'm not mistaken. But let me know in the comment section below how many episodes they've got this show for. But before we get into the review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, I'm gonna need you guys to do me a big huge favor and stop taking me out on this date. Hit that subscribe button, you guys. Hit the notification bell button. Share the video, and with that out the way, without further ado, let's discuss Our Kind of People, shall we? Alright, you guys, so this episode, we open up the episode with Teddy talking to his doctor. Now, you guys remember in the last episode before we took our 2-week break that Teddy's doctor gave him that trial for his tremors, right? He told him, take one pill every 8 hours. You guys remember, Teddy had that big tremor at the dinner table. Teddy went to the bathroom, downed all them pills, passed out. So then we see him, he has Tariq in his office. Now, you guys also remember that in that episode, Ange and Tyreek was in his office. They came out of his office. Teddy was on the floor, and he overheard Ange and Tyreek, right? So Tyreek tells Teddy that he couldn't keep spying on Angela. So basically at this point, Teddy is playing a game. I figured Teddy's playing a game with Tyreek and Angela because he knows that I think he knows that they're working together, but he's playing it like he knows that they're in a relationship with each other. So Teddy is trying to win Angela over, or he's probably, like I said, trying to pull the wool over their eyes, not mine. So then it's like 24 or 48 hours before the cotillion, right? And we see Leah talking to the Gracities, and she notices that Alex is among the Gracities, and Alex, is telling her, yeah, I'm here for the summer and I'm going to be staying here, right? So Alex and Leah are basically kind of going back and forth with each other. They're reading each other. And Angela takes a minute to say, hey, so I know everybody wants their glam done for the, cotillion. 20% off if you come to Eve's Crown. 20% off, 20% off, 20% off. Come to Eve's Crown, right? So then Leah tells Raymond about Alex being there. And Raymond basically plays it off. Now, we all know that Raymond is not shocked that Alex is in, Oak Bluff. So then we see Piggy. So Piggy is talking to Piggy and Angela are talking because Angela, Piggy, and Nikki, they were selling some of her products, at her shop, right? So Ange and Piggy were talking, and they talk about Alex. So Piggy said that she's been hearing these women all day talk about them. So what happened is that when when Alex and Raymond got together, Alex wasn't part of their little, part of the Gracities, right? So, so then Piggy's like, so why are you okay with Teddy standing in at the father-daughter dance for, Nikki, despite her not trusting him? So Ange tells Piggy, about having his brother's journals, and Piggy was like, girl, you are charting into dangerous territory, basically. She really is. And, Angela, when Piggy questioned her about having, Teddy stand in for, Nikki with the father-daughter dance, she kind of threw it back in her face like, you don't trust him either. She's like, I don't, but girl, why are you doing this? Like, it makes no sense. I get that. I get what Angela's trying to do, keep him close, but Teddy is not trustworthy. Not at all. But we're going to move on, you guys. All right, you guys, so it looks like Nikki and Taylor are a thing at this point, right? Because Nikki asked Taylor to be her escort to the cotillion, and she says yes. So then she presents, what did they call those things? Are those things called sashes? I think it's a sash. So she presents her a sash. I don't know what it said on it. I didn't catch that. Again, I was half asleep when I was watching this episode too. So sorry, you guys, about that. So then we see Teddy. So Teddy drops by Ann just to ask if he drops by her place, right? So Ange asks Teddy if he's sending if him sending in with Nikki is genuine. He tells her yes. So then he presents her with some pearls, right, that were his mother's, and then he presents her with a letter that he got from Nate, who asked him for help, and he basically tells her like, hey, I'm willing to help him out, like he's been passed up for parole umpteen times at this point. He also lets it be known that he knows about, her and Tyreek, right? So she says, you know what, when it comes to the Nate situation, let me think about that, because at this point, Nikki doesn't know anything about Nate. So he's like, okay, just let me know. So then we see Lauren. So Lauren is on social media and she's taking a look at Nikki and Taylor. So Leah comes in and like, girl, she's like, basically, pick yourself up by your bootstraps. There are going to be so many more Taylors in the world. And she says, this summer, since you got kicked out of the cotillion, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on your future. And what you're going to do is you're going to get a job. I was like, ooh, does little Miss Lauren know what a job means? But okay. So then we see Angela and Tyreek, right? They're walking. So Angela asks Tyreek if he told Teddy about them. He says no, he already knew, but he doesn't believe that Teddy knows that they have the journals, right? So then she says, well, I did look through the journals and there was nothing in there about Teddy, dealing drugs or my mother. But she did find some stuff out about his dad in the journals, right? So she also tells him about the situation with Nate, right? And Tyreek tells her that he thinks Teddy is just trying to do right by them. I don't think so, Tyreek. I don't think Teddy is up to no good. Teddy has ulterior motives when it comes to the situation with Nate. Trust and believe me, Teddy has his ulterior motives. Nothing good is going to come from that, right? So then we see Leah. So she goes to see Teddy and she's asking if he would be able to present the letters to daughters, right? He tells her that she was right about Tyreek. He also tells her he wants to get Nate out to break. Basically, the reason why he wants to get Nate out is to break up Tyreek and Angela, which I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, how would that break up Tyreek and Angela? That was a confusing thing to me. Like, how would that break them up? If Angela has no feelings for him, then how would that break him up, right? So then she tells him that Alex is there. He says he's not worried about her. And she says that, she's worried about Alex being there, right? He says, I won't give her anything that she can use against us. Okay. Let's move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So next up, we see Raymond. So Raymond goes to see Alex, right? And she says that, she's there basically to look into Teddy because she can't do it from where she was. So he wants her to look into Teddy. That's fine. But he doesn't want her to stir anything up about, he doesn't want her stirring the past up, right? So we found out a little bit more about the relationship between Alex and Raymond and Leah, right? And we'll definitely get into it a little bit later in the episode. But Leah was a rebound. So Nikki and Teddy, right? So we see them, they're practicing their dance for the cotillion, right? And he tells her that, he is, he's there for her basically, right? And she tells him about having to read the letters to father. And she really doesn't know much about Teddy. And he was able to basically ease her mind, right? So then we see Nikki and Lauren. Lauren apologizes to Nikki. I don't trust a thing that comes out of Lauren's mouth, right? Not one word, right? And she wished her the best of luck at cotillion. I'm like, girl, I would take that with a grain of salt. Like, I wouldn't trust anything that come out of that little snake's mouth. So then we see Angela, right? So Angela is working on that mean-ass Leah. So then she mentions Teddy told her about Nate. And she asks her, she tells her basically that if anybody can help Nate, it's going to be Teddy. So then Angela asks her not to tell Nikki because Nikki doesn't know anything about him, right? So then she mentions him saying it's them against the world. And Leah was like, I know you lying. So then Nate calls her and, she says that she saw the letter and that Teddy told her to basically say the word if she wants him to help get Nate out of prison. So then she tells him she thinks that basically Teddy is trying to buy her love, which I don't know. Like, I'm really trying to I'm trying to read Teddy. I don't trust Teddy. I don't know if Teddy is trying to buy her love, or if, like I said, I mean, we know what he said to Leah, right? He said to Leah that he wants to break up Tyreek and Angela, but I just don't know how that's possible, right? So then we find out a little bit more about Miss Alex, because Alex is, getting a massage or whatever, right? And Mama Liv comes in. So we find out that Alex is a fisherman's daughter, right? And that she and Mama Liv made a deal that once she left, that she was not to reach out to Raymond. And Alex was like, well, girl, I didn't reach out to him. It's the other way around. He reached out to me, right? So then we see Leah. Leah went to Lauren's room. And, she's looking through her old dresses. So I guess Lauren, I still don't trust anything with Lauren, right? Because what Lauren wants to do is start a foundation where she'll be donating her dresses to young girls who can't afford nice things, right? So Leah tells Lauren that, hey, so I made a few phone calls and you're back into the cotillion. Okay. We're going to pause here. Nope. Yeah, we're going to pause here and move forward. All right, guys. So we move over to the cotillion, right? So Teddy is talking to Angela and Piggy. So Teddy tells Angela and Piggy that he was able to get them seats at the family table, right? So Angela and Leah, they left. And Piggy asked Teddy, what are you up to with this whole Nate situation, right? And he made a threat to her. Like, he's like, the people that work for me, they keep their mouths shut because of what I can do for them and what I can do to them. You, on the other hand, they have no loyalty to you, basically. And Piggy was like, you know what? On that note, I'm going to dip on to the left and to the right. I know I did it the wrong way. Shut up. So yeah. So then we see Angela and Alex. Was it Angela and Alex? Was it Angela and Alex that talked, or was it Leah and Alex that talked? Somehow someone talked, right? And oh my God, I was really asleep. At this point, because this note don't make any sense to me, where it says Angela and Alex were talking and she said that she must have overlooked the guest book. What guest book? It's gotta be Leah, because it says they talk about Mama Liv and how they can't stand her. Now we know Alex doesn't like Mama Liv, and Leah doesn't like Mama Liv, so it must be Leah. I must have been really knocked out. It was like, when I watched this episode, it was after midnight, so I was really in and out last night. So I do apologize to you guys about that part. So then the cotillion started, right? And we see the kids, they're dancing, and then they decide to do their own little thing, right? So we see Mama Liv, she's speaking, and then Leah, she gets up and speaks, right? And we see Leah, actually Mama Liv was speaking, and then we see Leah talking. And she's asking, was she the consolation prize? Basically. So she tells Raymond that she wants Alex gone. Good luck with that one. So Tyreek, we see him, he's going through the journals, right? And basically what's in the journals differs from what he was taught about his father. Now, earlier in the episode, what happened, what Teddy was saying that happened with his father is that his father went over to a tenant's place to ask for the rent, and the tenant, took his father out. So he calls Angela for help, right? So then we see Leah, she introduces Teddy for him to hold on, you guys. So she introduces Teddy so he can give the letter to daughter speech, right? He starts to have a tremor before he could even give the speech, right? So he gets up and he apologizes to Angela for trying to buy her affections, right? So after that, he calls up Nikki and she reads her letter. So Lee and Teddy, they have a dance with each other, right? And she was upset about that speech that he made, apologizing to Angela because, it's always been him and him and her. but he's apologizing to Angela. So then we see a guard. So a guard went to go get Nate. And we find out that Teddy's actually got Nate out of jail, right? Because Teddy went to tell Angela that he got him out and that he's on his way. But you literally told a girl to tell you that, tell me the word. That's why I say this. Teddy is not trustworthy at all. We're going to move forward, you guys, and we're going to wrap up the episode. All right, guys, so we see Angela. So Angela tells Piggy about Teddy, and now Angela is upset. But my thing is, Angela, what did you expect? Like, you don't trust Teddy. So what did you really expect? Like, you should have thought from the beginning that Teddy had ulterior motives, and the motives were not necessarily just to get in your good graces. You should have been like, you know what? Teddy is up to something. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to find out. So Piggy tells her basically the reason that you're upset is because you've been lying to baby girl for years about about her father, which that is true, right? So then we see Tyreek. So Tyreek is talking to Teddy about his father. He says, what's in this journal differs from what you told me. So Teddy tells him that his father took himself out, right? And that he and his mother lied so that they can get the insurance policy. Child, while they talking, Teddy just passed out. I was like, oh shit. And then Nate shows up, right? So we see Raymond. So Raymond is in a car with Alex, and he tells Alex that she gotta go at this point, right? And she tells him what happened to her and that she was ran out of town by both Mama Liv and by Teddy. And Mama Liv paid her off, but she never cashed that check. And what happened was Mama Liv and Teddy both wanted Leah and Raymond to be together, so they got Alex out of the picture. And really what happened is they threatened Alex because they threatened Alex with both of her parents being deported. So she did what she did. And the reason why she kept that check is so that she could have validation that she got where she got because it was on her own. No, not no one else. So then Angela, she got a call from Tyreek about Teddy. So they all rushed down to the hospital, right? So, and Nikki notices Nate in the background. She's like, who is that man? And actually before that, she was trying to have a conversation at the crib. But Piggy came in there to talk about Teddy had the heart attack, right? That's when they got down to the hospital. And that's when Nikki noticed Nate. And Nate, she was like, who is he? And Angela's like, yeah, baby. So that's your daddy. That's your pop. That's your pappy. All right, you guys. So that is the episode. I'm so sorry about, like I said, I was half asleep when I was watching the episode. So I'm sorry if the episode review wasn't that great. But that was it. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell button, so that way you guys are notified of when I drop anything else. Share the video, and until the next one, you guys stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.